writer.
And we're going to be talking about lessons from Splits Internationals, creating positivity in life and business. But before that, you weren't here last year, so you don't know what it starts with. I have a gift. Other people know. We have to start every discussion with a Rakija. So I have a little cup for you. This Rakija I want to dedicate to Pinja, because it actually comes on Vis. And basically, Pinja spends half of her life on Vis escaping events like this. She's a public speaker and a trainer. So when she needs to chill out and escape people saying, "Help me public speak," then she goes to Vis. So this is actually Vislanda. Rakija za život, travarica. Travarica je napitak u kojem se uživa, koje liječi I dušu I tijelo. Herb grappa is the drink that heals the body and spirit, a drink to be enjoyed. And we will enjoy it. Do you like travarica?
Sure.
Yeah? You're looking unsure, Ken.
I'm a little worried.
You're a little worried.
I'm
Why?
a little worried.
It's not that strong. It's only 40%.
Yeah, but I've been drinking for all day. So
Oh, okay, okay. And Flor, do you like Rakija?
I love Rakija.
Okay, good. You have first passed the test of being allowed on this panel by saying that you like Rakija. So we're going to be talking about everything that you've done while you're here. And the first thing that every foreigner gets asked when they live in Croatia is, "Oh my God, why did you move to Split? It's boring in the winter. Nothing happens. There's no opportunity." So Flor, tell us, why did you move to Split?
So my family is from Split. Actually, my Croatian last name is Karaman. So we decided last year when my baby was born, I have a 2.5-year-old baby. So with my husband, it seems like we had our own life plan in Argentina. I was working as a communication chief for the tourism office. I had the marketing agency. My husband had 2 barbershops, all planned. Until my brother, that has more far here, Santiago, comes to Argentina and say, "You should go to Croatia. You should go to Split." So that my husband got the idea. He couldn't stop dreaming about it. So, evo ga.
Excellent. Brilliant. Okay, cheers to that, guys. Živjeli.
Živjeli.
Dobro. Okay, Flor, welcome. Welcome back home then, I guess. Yeah?
Thank you.
And as she said, is Santiago here today?
I'm not sure.
Santi?
Is he here?
No, he's not here. So, so actually, her brother runs an empanada shop and an Argentinian shop just next to the theater. Yeah, Hanka. So if you've never tried an Argentinian empanada, go there, try them. They've also got Malbec and they've got dulce de leche, which is like a condensed, sweet, beautiful. You just drink it. Yeah, it's delicious. Tell us, Keith, what about you? Why the hell are you here? Why did you move to Split from South Africa?
Simple. I fell in love in 2003 with Vis.
Perfect.
My father-in-law is Kuzmanic, John Kuzmanic, and he was from Vis. So I met my wife, and then we came out 2003, and it just did something to me. There was a tiny little parcel of land on the side of the river, and I thought, perfect. But unfortunately, there were about 20 owners, so it wasn't to be. Anyway, we came back with some friends, sailing, and continued the love affair. 2014, I said, okay, let's invest. So we bought some property. Corona came along, and I said, South Africa is going down, too much crime, and look how beautiful Croatia is. So I said, let's do it. And here we are.
Excellent. Welcome, Keith. Round of applause, please. Fell in love with the Croatian as well.
Yep.
Yeah? Živjeli. And last but not least, Ken, why you moved from New York to Split? Why?
New York is the best place in the world. It was fantastic. So lucky that I got to live there. But it makes me appreciate the Pomalo lifestyle that I have here. As long as I have the internet and can illegally download movies and music and stuff like that, it's great. But my wife was one of the few people in New York who sold Croatian wine. And when we decided that we wanted to live in Europe, She had been here, was familiar with Croatia, and thought that I loved it. I would love it. So we visited. I did love it, and we moved here. I was in advertising in New York, but bread making was my hobby. So I decided people love bagels. They don't have bagels in Croatia, so I'm going to be the person who introduces them.
Perfect. So, yeah, as Ken says, he owns Brooklyn Bagel Company. Has anyone tried Brooklyn Bagel Company? Oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah, so they're available. Yeah, my wife. We know who those people are. But I've also tried them, they're great. If you like bagels, if you've never tried bagel, like with empanada, go and try it, because it is actually really authentic. And it's right next to, I don't know how to, what would you explain that? It's like off Marmontova, through that little archway where there's the fake Irish pub, and then through there to the left, where the Indian restaurant used to be. Near the Ribarnica. Yeah? Google it. Yeah, that's easy.
And Google it if you're in Zadar, and in 2 weeks if you're in Zagreb.
Oh, you're opening in Zagreb?
We're opening in Zagreb in knock on wood 2 weeks.
Knock on wood. Keep knocking. And that brings us nicely to our next question, because you've moved from Argentina, South Africa, and America to Croatia. Boom. And you decided to open a business. So tell us, what was the biggest challenge about getting your business started? Keep it short. We've only got 23 minutes. Yeah, I know this could be like Homer or the Iliad, but let's keep it short. So let's start with Ken.
I always say that it's the unknown unknowns. It's the things I don't know that I don't know. I know that I need to pay taxes. I don't know what taxes I need to pay. I don't know how I need to pay it, but I know that I need to, and I know I can ask someone. But there are what I call the unknown unknowns, the things I don't know that I don't know, so that I can't ask about it. For example, we, until recently, needed to keep a log of all the flour that we used. Never occurred to me that that was a thing. So I never asked about it. So I never kept a log of it. Now I have learned a very expensive lesson.
They find you?
Oh, yes.
For every gram or brašno?
Yeah, every gram.
Okay, yeah. So what's your brašno, people? What's your flour? Keith, getting started, what was your biggest challenge? I know there are many, but what was your biggest?
I think getting started was relatively easy.
Well,
forming a company, you go to a lawyer, you get an accountant, and then I managed to get a couple of fantastic Croatian staff.
Okay.
And that's made a big difference. But then it became challenging, because we manufacture ecological cleaning products for yachts and super yachts. And unfortunately, right now, the market's in a very stressed situation. So the sales are, they'd rather use toxic household cleaning products than going green. So we're at this very challenging state. I've gone through quite a few salespeople, but we just have to keep the faith, keep going. It's challenging, but never give up.
Okay, and obviously, you started basically a production center here in Split.
Correct.
Next to Stadiplatz.
Yep.
That was your first location, am I right?
And we're still there.
You're still there?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So what were the challenges with finding a place, for example?
Well, I mean, all the ducks were flying in a line, so it was actually meet the right person, meet the right place. So it all fell into place. So we're not big. We've got about 100 square meters and about another 80 square meters of warehouse. So it's small, and that's fine for us for now. But ultimately, one needs to go larger, and that has its challenges. To find premises in the Split area is very challenging. So where we are right now is perfect.
Yeah.
But the longevity, we will see.
You'll often see Keith on his Romobil, driving between his house and his factory. And imagine if you live in Varoš. You live in Varoš, right?
No, on the west coast.
Zapadna
Obala.
And going to Stadiplatz, it's like the dream commute. But for more space, you might need to go to Dugopolje.
Oh. Okay, we'll kick that a little bit further on down the road.
Flor, you obviously did a slightly different. It's okay, it's good. Flor, you obviously did a different kind of. You transitioned here, right? So you brought your online business over here and then started working with companies here as well?
That's right.
So how was that transition? What were the challenges?
So basically to adapt to an international market, because we were working with the first in Buenos Aires and then to Patagonia. I'm from Patagonia, Argentina. So to start working on a different language, as last year, I moved here last year, so I'm relatively new. I'm very new, actually. So adapting to the market, letting people to know you, getting strategies for people know what you do, like what you do, and then you can work together. But it's also one of our most difficult things was to work with the seasonal clients. That it's amazing, but during the winter and that a long pause that you have, and you want to work, like for me, I was telling to the guys that I love to work. So it's like I can't be quiet, I can't be not doing anything during the winter. So I started to look for things to do. And then I found this amazing company that is called Ice Rebus, that is from here, from Split. And I started working with them, and I'm super happy because it's not longer being during the season and working with the clients that I love, but also having something to do and something that I really liked also. But it's a matter of finding what works for you. And yeah, basically letting people to know you, know what you do, and all those strategies that you have to make on a new place.
Brilliant. Yeah, networking, obviously, Keith touched on that as well. Having the right people at the right time, the right accountants, the right lawyers, the right everything.
The right lawyer.
Yeah.
Get a good lawyer.
What happened?
Oh, it's not what happened. It's the efficiency that a good lawyer provides.
Okay.
It's not a defensive fact. It's an offensive. Just a good lawyer provides good advice and makes sure that you don't have to do something twice or three times.
Yeah. Obviously, here you have people that haven't just lived in Croatia, they've lived in other countries, right? Same as myself. We're talking about Croatia now because we live here now, but actually a lot of these problems you find everywhere. Yeah, we often moan about Split, Dalmatia, Croatia, blah, blah, blah. But we have these comparisons that we can make as foreigners living here. And quite often, it is a shit here for lawyers and accountants and law and stuff like that, as in other places. One of the big barriers is the language, right? How is your, Flor, how's your Croatian coming along?
I did one semester at the university last year. And then now I'm learning at home. And I have my morning routine, 5 a.m. I woke up, write the journal and all those kind of stuff, courses all the time. And of course, Croatian. And also working for a Croatian company has helped me a lot to learn, to listen, to interpret. And so it's going. It's not easy, but it's going.
Excellent. Yeah. And Ken, obviously, you're one of the weirdos where you don't have any Croatian background. You don't have a Croatian partner. All you had was Croatian wine, which apparently helps you speak Croatian. So how's it been for you, or being a complete newbie to everything?
It's been fun as hell.
Yeah.
It's a great adventure. It is completely unpredictable. What's going to happen next. And I haven't found moj hrvatski je odlično. Ljudi kažu da to je najbolje.
Bravo.
That's all I know to say. But it has been very, very welcoming. And I think Keith mentioned it's important to have good Croatian friends and colleagues to help you through some of the differences in how Croatia works from how the U.S. works, from how South Africa works. So it's an adventure, but it is absolutely workable.
Brilliant. And you touched on a few things there, like the comparisons you make, maybe the timelines you set. Keith, you mentioned earlier, having the Croatian staff the good Croatian staff that helped you. And now you're in this period where, the market's a bit down. So what are the challenges with not just starting the business, but then to keep on going? What are the challenges you're facing at the moment?
Well, I think the big part is there's no legislation. So you can do whatever you like. You can pour whatever you want off your boat into the sea. There's no legislation, and there's no real worry or care by the charter companies and other people. And legislation's coming. It will happen hopefully in 2026, because our biggest asset in Croatia is our Adriatic, and we're not looking after it. And so I'm a bit like a fish swimming upstream. If it's a lot easier to sell ecological products to people who believe in it, but it's a bit difficult. But we won't give up, because this beautiful Adriatic is too precious to give up on it. So we just got to keep hammering away, and hopefully we'll get some believers. I'm not saying everybody doesn't believe. We've got a few champions, and we're really very, very impressed with them. One thing I must admit that came as a bit of a shock. One day I was sitting there beavering away, and there's a knock on the door. In come 3 inspectors, like the FBI. Somebody called the sanitary inspection on us. And as an outsider, I don't understand that. Because why, if they're coming to help and say, listen, this is not right, that's not right, not right, but they shut you down for nearly a month. And, it happens on a lot of businesses, and I do not understand the rationale behind that. We want the country to thrive, but we've got that funny little thing where you can get fined if this is not in the right place, that's not in the right place. So what we did then is we got specialists in to come and do all the procedures and everything else. Yes, we weren't squeaky clean, but we were probably 2% off the mark. So now we do things 110% correct, but it's a learning curve. But it's one of those strange things that happen. Yeah. That somebody can call the police to come and inspect you. So I find that strange.
And it's not just business; it's also schools, universities.
Yeah.
Not necessarily MUP, because otherwise they'd be closed forever. But yeah, so there's a lot of this going on. Call it, someone's jealous or someone doesn't like you. It could be a personal vendetta.
Yeah.
But you never know why. Yeah.
But it's a learning curve, and coming from outside is something you never expect. So it was a bit of an interesting period we went through, but now everything is 1,000% correct.
Has anyone ever been inspected here? Make a noise if your company has ever been inspected. Make a noise. Woo! There we go. Okay, good. Has anyone here ever called an inspector? If you can, go. Unless it's like health and safety or mito or something like that. Corruption, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. Ken, tell us about, you're about to expand. So what have been the challenges in expansion?
Being able to move fast enough. Our biggest problem is we are growing too quickly. We cannot produce enough bagels fast enough. And so it's a great problem to have, but it's still a problem. And it still leads to disappointed customers. And it's not a matter of working in Croatia, working in the US, working anywhere else. It's just, it takes time to find a new location, to renovate that location, to get the machinery that we need in. I have a great team. We're doing everything as well as we can. I think the key to avoiding frustration and disappointment is planning for the bureaucracy and the delays that you can expect. There's more bureaucracy here than there needs to be, but there's not but other places in the world have a lot of bureaucracy too, and I don't think that a lot of people here realize that Croatia is not unique. But I know what the bureaucracy is. I know what the requirements are, and I know how long it's going to take. So I build that into my plan. So when it takes an extra month for HEP to do something to adjust our electrical supply, I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. It's been built into the plan, and that's how I'm able to keep moving forward without being frustrated.
Okay. Some of you now might be thinking, this guy said we're talking about creating positivity in life and business. Why are we talking about these problems? Because these are some of the most positive people you will speak. Positive people find solutions to problems. Positive people persevere, continue, and create positive businesses here, whether you're a local, domaći, or stranac, yeah? So a round of applause to all of you that have encountered these problems, whether you're local or foreign, you're pushed through because you are the positivity that has kept many of us here. So a round of applause to all of you. Round of applause, please. Are you ready? We're going to play a game. Okay, Tony Trivkovic, come up here. Sarah Dyson, come up here. Don't argue because I don't have time. I have 10 minutes left. Ajde brzo. Okay, you three stand here. We're going to play a game. I like games, if you didn't know. Welcome to the stage, Tony, founder of Split Tech City, and Sarah, founder of Foreign Business Owner Association and expat in Croatia, helping everyone, including locals, stand here, please, find a way. Okay, we're going to play home or away. Tony, stand here. I'm going to name some things. And you either say, actually, where I'm from originally is better, or no, I think Croatia is better. Tony is representing Croatia, and Sarah is representing, they don't need to speak. They don't need to speak. No, they don't need to speak. Yeah, they're just silent. Sarah's representing your home country, okay? So Sarah's representing America, South Africa, and Argentina. Okay, cost of living, where are you going to go? Cost of living, home, your birthplace, or Croatia? You move towards cost of living.
Wait, better over.
If you think it's better in Croatia, you move towards Croatia. No, Sarah, you stay there. You're just static. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. There we go. Okay, next up, work-life balance. Better in Croatia or better in your home country? Okay, next up, healthcare. Healthcare, better in Croatia or better in your home country? Kent's leaving. Salary, better in Croatia or better in your home country? Oh, they're on the move. Opportunity, better in Croatia or better in your home country? Okay. Safety, better in Croatia or better in your home country? Flor is just staying next to Tony. Climate, better in Croatia, climate or better in your home country? Okay. Social life. Okay, that's easy. Food. Better in Croatia or better in your home country? Oh, the American is moving to America. No, I won't say that. Oh my God, blasphemy. Okay, Argentinians say that their beef is the best, our pizza is the best, our wine's the best. They're really arrogant about their food. Next up, wine. Better in Croatia or better in your home country? All the South Africans going. Okay, beer. Better in Croatia? Oh, they're swapping. Look at this. Taxes. Better in Croatia or better in your home country? Flor is moving back over. Language. Hrvatski or your mother tongue? Okay, the English people are moving. Spanish as well. Vamos. Bureaucracy. Better in your home country or better in Croatia? Oh, they don't know where to go. The men, Croatian men or the men from your country? Obviously, the men are going to stay over there, right? The women, Croatian women or women from your own country?
We've got to go half here.
He's got to be careful. And finally, the tech community. Better in Croatia or better in your own country? Oh, my God. Oh, good. Okay, round of applause, please, for where am I going to go? Tony, Sarah, thank you very much for being part. Let's have a seat. Bravo. Okay, so there you go. You have an image now of what foreigners think about Croatia, and you see, like, it's not always clear cut, right? But let's bring us back to the positive side of things. So, coping with it all. Tell us about how you have adapted to Fjaka, and as you said, pomalo. Ken, you're from New York. You're all rats running around, scared, probably going to get shot at one point. So how did you adapt?
I live on Brač. I live in Nerežišća on Brač, so it's myself, my wife, and a bunch of sheep. And it is fantastic. I think, as I said when we started, everything that's going on in New York is fantastic. I had experiences that very few people have the opportunity to have. But all that makes me appreciate this lifestyle even more. I think that the Croatians, and especially Dalmatians, are very lucky to have the work-life balance that they do.
Perfect, yeah. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Who agrees? Okay. Don't know what's happening tonight, but anyway. Okay, Keith, similar. You're from South Africa. When doesn't your car get jacked? You know, here you can leave your car windows open.
Yeah. So I've been held up at gunpoint a few times and things like that. So
He's not even joking.
yeah, I've had my car removed at gunpoint, etc., etc. So living here, the safety is unbelievable. My daughter's 19. She can walk home at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's safe. You don't have to look over your shoulder to see if your phone's going to be stolen. Going back to Pomalo. So I'm working on it. I need 2 coffees in 2 hours. I can't do 1 coffee for 2 hours, but I'm getting there.
Okay. There's a course for that, I think. Yeah,
absolutely.
A lot of these people teach that course.
I mean, it's amazing. I love the lifestyle. Walking on the river, the people are so friendly, the islands, the accessibility to Europe. This is just the most magnificent country.
Okay, thank you. I say thank you like it's my country. Hvala. Flor, obviously different to the US and South Africa, but still a big shift from Argentina, from Buenos Aires.
Yeah, I'm actually from Patagonia.
Patagonia,
but
sorry.
We have like a very cold weather. We come from the sea, but it's very cold. So we have never been to the beach that much as now. And of course, we chose this country to live with our baby, she's there.
Hi, baby.
So, yeah.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
So she's learning Spanish and Croatian at the same time, and she speaks amazingly. So it was all for her, and for her to have better opportunities and for be safe, as you said. I can't imagine like her having 19 and going out, and me just scared, or having to say to your friends like, "Let me know when you got home."
You'll still say that, you understand that? Yeah,
I still say
like
that.
the parents here are still worried about their kids because it's all, objective and subjective.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, but for us it has been amazing to have this peace, and also for working, I'm like the guys here. I'm not pomalo at all. I love to work all the time, but I have encountered people that are very balanced, and that helps you. That stick with you. They say no, mental health is first, or no. If you forgot about something, doesn't mean that you're stupid. It just means that you just forgot, and that's the healthiest thing that I have ever heard here. So. That I think that it's amazing, and it's quality life 100%.
Perfect, yeah. And actually interesting, you sent, like, a lot of people here work hard, like Tony's a fine example of that, and we have plenty other people here who work hard, but it's that ability to then switch and have that pomalo.
Yeah.
Let's have a coffee for 2 hours, let's see how you are.
Yeah.
Let's talk about bullshit, let's talk about how terrible Hajduk are, whatever it is, yeah? And actually relax, go to the beach, enjoy the sea, the Adriatic, so important to all of us. So let's try and end on a positive note. We've got 2.5 minutes left. So I just want a good news example or a lovely story, and you've each got 40 seconds. Go.
Thanks for the preparing, allowing me to prepare for this. Okay, I'm just going to start. My favorite memory experience working here in Croatia. The first year, a good friend let us open up in his front window of his restaurant. He wasn't open for breakfast. And we were just serving bagels with cream cheese. And an older woman came up to the window and she said, "I've seen people coming here and I got to try this." And she said, "What should I order?" We gave her a bagel, and the next day she came back for another one. And that is when I knew, like, this could work. This could really work. That was a really, really satisfying morning.
Excellent. Round of applause, returning customers, and we hope you're going to be going to Brooklyn Bagel tomorrow. Keith.
Very simple story. Taking an Uber from the airport off a long flight, and you get out, you go upstairs, you put everything down. Where's my backpack? Gone. So then you phone the Uber. It says, "I'll be back in 10 minutes." Now, most places in Europe, that won't happen. And to me, that is just the honesty of Croatia, and that's amazing. And that to me was, I had passports, I had my life in my backpack. And it was back within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And, people are really kind. I said, "Can I pay you extra?" No, he wasn't interested. He was just such a nice guy and very open and amazing.
Perfect, yeah. I joked earlier with a couple of speakers that will be up here earlier. They were like, where can I put my bag? And I'm like, anywhere. We're in Split, brother. Like, no one's going to take your bag. Okay, in the season, it's slightly different. Loads of people and stuff. But, yeah, one of the things that in the UK, I would never leave my phone or my bag anywhere.
Yep.
I'll be watching it, scared. So, yeah, thank you, Keith. Round of applause for Keith, please. Last but not least, Flor, positive story.
Okay, so this happened recently, like 2 months ago. So every grandfather I see on the street, I see my grandfather. Every woman I see is my mother. They are so look-alike, I can't believe. So I was with Lana, my daughter, and we were looking at the mail. And my grandfather passed away in June. So I was like a bit of a sad. And we received this letter. I went with her. I was working all day. I picked her up from daycare, and we went to Kaufland. We live near Kaufland. And I saw this Croatian man that looked exactly like my grandfather. And then I thought, the citizenship. And then we went to the posta. The women were amazing, and that was, and I felt so connected and so like receiving help for like my roots, and I think that and her roots and our roots. So I think that's my favorite story from 2 months ago, because it was like a miracle. Like I saw him and then I knew.
Perfect. That you had your citizenship.
Yeah.
Round of applause. Flor je sada naša. One more Rakija to pozdraviti. So, guys, like I said, I won't give you a big one because obviously you've been drinking a fair amount. Like I said, the entrepreneurs here in Split in Croatia are some of the most positive people you'll meet. They have challenges. They have problems, but they always find a way to overcome them. So cheers to all the business owners here, to all the entrepreneurs, currently and in future. We're here to support you, Split Tech City as a community. Cheers to everyone. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
And thank you. Round of applause, please, for this panel.